Good afternoon, or good evening. We'll call the May 13th, 2025 work session to order again. I'd like to call for a vote to meet in special session.
So moved.
Okay. In a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're now in work session. First up is the public hearing, the real property tax rate beginning July 1st, 2025. And go ahead, Donna.
Actually,
Oh, you got it.
well, Brooke and Michelle.
Brooke and Michelle.
Give them the
Okay.
oath, so. If you both would raise your right hand. Just- Do you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the responses given and statements made will be the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Please state your name and address for the record. When you can do it when you're speaking.
Michelle Hepburn, 1 East Franklin Street. Brooke Garber, 1 East Franklin.
Thank you.
Because I'm sure, I'm hoping everybody can hear me. I don't want to move the mic because the people after me won't be able to. But good evening. We're here this evening for a public hearing to discuss fiscal year 26 tax rates. The tax rates proposed are 1.057 for all real estate and 2.643 for all personal property per 100 of assessed values. The proposed tax rate increase will generate $2.2 million in total property tax revenue to help primarily fund public safety salaries and benefits. A public hearing notice was advertised in the Herald Mail on April 26th and on the City of Hagerstown's website from April 28th through May the 5th. The tax record will remain open until May 20th to receive additional comments.
Thank you, Joe. Brooke, something? Okay. All right. Before I call everybody's name, I just want to remind everybody that all comments are limited to 3 minutes. The timer will be on the screen and it will beep at the end. If you're finishing up something, I'll let you go ahead and finish that last sentence and then we'll have to wrap it up. First up, I have Carrie Cosner.
And I will provide the oath to
Yeah.
everyone.
Hang on one second, Carrie. We got to provide the oath and then just state your name and address, please.
So if you'd raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the responses given and statements made will be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Name and address.
I'm Carrie Cosner, PO Box 2181, Hagerstown, Maryland, 21742. Am I talking loud enough?
Good.
Thanks for the opportunity to talk. I think that communication is key to understanding what is best for both of us, what's best for the homeowners and is best for the city and vice versa. So I appreciate this opportunity. One of the things that I would like to present to you today is that I'm, of course, not in favor of an increase for a multitude of reasons. If you look at it from a homeowner standpoint in Hagerstown, you don't have to talk to too many people looking to buy in Washington County or Hagerstown. One of the first thoughts are, well, I don't want to live in the city because I'm going to pay double taxes. And while that's not completely accurate, it's somewhat accurate in that someone has to pay city tax and county tax. So any increase to the property taxes in Hagerstown will perpetuate the dilemma of trying to bring homeownership into the city. We need homeownership in the city. And raising taxes will make that even a larger disparity and even more difficult. It is a real consideration. Someone has an option to buy in the county or buy in the city. Property taxes is key in that. Ask realtors of that and ask someone looking on the market. That is key. So that would be a hindrance to homeownership. Another problem is that while it might seem that someone who owns rental properties, and I admit that I don't live in the city. I live just outside the city limits because I don't want to pay the city taxes. So I only pay county taxes. Sorry about that. But I do own quite a few rental properties in the city of Hagerstown. And when I look at a property, when my colleagues look at a property to purchase, what appraised value on rental properties as the county assesses properties is based on net operating income. The NOI, the net operating income. And that is derived by the income that you make after you pay your expenses and you collect rent. You collect rent, and then you subtract the expenses. Property taxes is a large portion of that expense number. So the higher the property tax number is, the lower the net operating income is. Therefore, the lower the valuation. So basically, you shoot yourself in the foot to some degree when so many properties in Hagerstown are indeed rental properties. We already discussed about a problem with that is because, people aren't buying here. So the rental properties, the valuation is simply based on net operating income. Higher property taxes, lower value. I just came from an auction today at, in the 400 block of Jefferson Street. It's an 8-unit property. And I was next to the hospital. I didn't get the property. I didn't buy it because property taxes are a big consideration there. And I had to, the valuation was based on the property taxes to a large extent. And with any investor